welcome to Ashley's Tipsy Kitchen. I'm Ashley and today is Tipsy Tuesday. So for today's Tipsy Tuesday, we're going to be doing a sangria. Now we're doing this for a couple of different reasons. First of all, it was a request. Thank you so much, Jess, for asking about a sangria recipe. I'm really excited to be sharing it with you. Now sangrias are great in the summertime because they are perfect for make-aheads. You make this and it chills out in the fridge for anywhere from an hour to overnight. And it's perfect for a quick and easy get-together. It takes a lot of the stress off of you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a pint of raspberries and we're going to macerate them. Now all that means is that we're going to add sugar to the fresh berries so that it releases all of their juices. And you can see I've already had this sitting here for about a half an hour, and all it is the raspberries and the sugar, and you can see that it's broken down the raspberries quite a bit, which is perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. So once we've done that, we're going to actually add the rest of our ingredients. So we're going to start by adding, that's right, a whole bottle of wine. Now this is perfect if you have a bottle of wine that you just don't know what to do with, whether it's something that you bought because you liked the label or you liked the name, or more often it's something that you got as a gift and it isn't something that you would generally drink by itself. This is a great use up for it because we're actually going to change it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be a super expensive bottle of wine, but it does have to be good enough that you would actually want to drink it by itself. So to those raspberries and sugar, we're going to add that whole bottle of wine. Just pour it on in there. Make sure to be careful because I chose a crazy pitcher that doesn't have a very big opening because that was silly. Alrighty. Whole bottle in there. Now what I'm using is a Pinot Noir. Now Pinot Noir for this is actually really great because it's a softer bodied wine and it has a lot of fruit flavors in it already. So it actually pairs really nicely with what we're doing today. So we have that whole bottle of wine, we have the raspberries, and now we're actually going to add a little bit more fun to it. So we're actually going to put in about 1/4 cup of Grand Marnier. No, that's orange, just kidding. This is a raspberry liqueur. Typically you're going to use a Chambord, or if you are being a little bit more budget friendly, they have off-brand Chambords. It's just a raspberry liqueur. So we're going to do about 1/4 cup of that. Ooh. Put that on in there. And that's going to help reinforce, again, all of those great dark fruit flavors. And then we're also going to use 1/4 cup of brandy. Brandy is very traditional in sangrias. So we're going to go ahead and put about 1/4 cup of that as well. And that is going to definitely warm the bellies of all of your guests. So we'll go ahead and add that in as well. Perfect. And then again, we're going to reinforce those dark fruit flavors and we're going to add 1/4 cup of pomegranate juice. That tartness is going to help balance out some of the sweetness and it's going to help offset some of that kind of harsh alcohol flavor that you can get from the wine and from the brandy as well. Alrighty, so we are close to the top and that's fine because the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to add some fresh orange. Now we're just going to cut this into slices. Now typically I would use a blood orange for this recipe, but sadly they are not in season. They were last week, but they were not this week. So I'm just using regular fresh navel oranges, and that's fine because what we really want is that fresh citrus flavor to help permeate and go all the way through to, again, lighten up the hard body of that wine and that brandy. Alrighty. Now, if you were using a traditional pitcher, you could go ahead and just leave these orange slices whole like this. But I have a feeling I'm going to have a little bit of trouble getting into my pitcher, so I'm just going to cut them in half. Go ahead and stuff them on in there. out of room. Now that is perfect. So it came all the way up to the top. We still have some orange left, and that's fine. We're going to use that when we go to serve it. That's also when we're going to use our frozen blueberries. Now, I like using some frozen fruit when you go to serve, because even though this is a chilled wine, I still like to use something that isn't going to be ice because it's not going to water it down. So using some frozen berries is a fantastic option. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll close this on up. And then we're going to refrigerate it for at least an hour, but up to overnight. So I'll see you in a little while. Alrighty, so this gorgeous baby has been hanging out in the fridge for a couple of hours now, and we're ready to serve it. So you remember when I said it was okay that we cut a few too many oranges because we're going to use them in the drink itself? Guess what time it is? That's right, we're going to taste it. So I do have some ice here, but to that ice, I'm going to add some of our frozen blueberries. Now, I like to do this because the blueberries, they don't give off a ton of flavor, unfortunately, but they look really pretty in the glass. So we'll just add a couple of those frozen in there, and then we're going to add our orange wedge. Now, again, this is going to just look really, really beautiful in the drink itself. So we'll go ahead and open her up, and then carefully, we're just going to pour over those. Look how gorgeous that is. Who would not like a big glass of that? I mean, come on. Now, we're also going to go ahead and top it with some sparkling water. This is going to add some lightness, a little bit of effervescence, and because I'm using an orange flavored sparkling water, it's going to help, again, reinforce that lovely citrus flavor. So we'll go ahead and just top it off. Alrighty. Go ahead and give her a quick mix. And there you have it. Enjoy Tipsy Tuesday, have a Midnight Sangria, and if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that button. Go ahead and subscribe. That way every Tuesday you'll get a fresh Tipsy Tuesday to enjoy with your friends and your family. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!